Hello, hello. Are you tired of seeing other coaches getting exactly what they want while struggling to find clients and while you're like struggling to find clients and securing high ticket sales? Um, well, today I'm going to share the secrets that successful coaches use to attract and retain clients who are willing to pay top dollars for their services. So if you're struggling with that, pay attention because by the end of this video, you'll understand the exact steps that you need to take to position yourself as the go-to expert and get everything you want in your coaching business. So, hi, I'm Heather Blaze, a business coach that specializes in helping service-based entrepreneurs streamline their operations and scale their businesses. Over the past 20 plus years, since 1996, I've helped countless coaches, consultants, and industry experts turn their businesses into profitable ventures, generating 6 and even 7-figure incomes. And I know what it takes to stand out in a crowded market, and I'm here to show you exactly how to do it. So if you've ever felt like you're working hard, but not really getting the results that you deserve, then this video is for you. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 3 essential steps that every successful coach follows. Okay. One is mastering your mindset to overcome those limiting beliefs and doubts. Also, shifting from this employee mindset that we're programmed to be our entire lives, right? Work, 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 do, do, do. Um, we're trained to charge our hours for dollars, right? All that kind of stuff our society is built on, to this empire mindset. And a lot of it is there's a lot of limiting beliefs and doubts because of that. Number 2 is creating an irresistible high value offer that clients just can't say no to. Okay, your prospects are out there, they're looking for the solution, and when you communicate it effectively, they just can't say no. And then number 3 is setting up the automated systems and the strategies, right, to consistently attract and convert high ticket clients. So stick around because these are going to be the steps. These steps really are the keys to getting exactly what you want from your coaching business. So first step is mastering your mindset. It's one of the most crucial. It's because if you don't master this, nothing will really work. So the first most crucial step is getting what you want as a coach is really mastering your mindset, because without the right mindset, even the best strategies, systems, tools won't get you where you want to go. So, your mindset is really that foundation on which everything else is built. So, what does that mean to master your mindset, and how do you do it? So, one thing, or the first thing, is you need to really recognize and then overcome any limiting beliefs. I go so deep on this with my clients to bring it up and out of them. So let's start talking about that. Let's talk about your limiting beliefs. Like, these are those invisible chains that really hold you back from reaching your full potential. So whether it's doubting your expertise, perhaps, or fearing rejection, or thinking you're not good enough to charge a high ticket price, these beliefs can really sabotage your success before you even begin. I remember when I first started coaching, I had like all the knowledge, skills, and experience, but I was terrified to charge what I was truly worth. I thought, who am I to ask for $5,000 or $10,000 from a client? That mindset kept me really stuck, struggling to make ends meet, even though I was putting in long hours every day and getting great results. It wasn't until I realized or really recognized, or actually it was a coach that really helped me like pull this up and out of me, that these were just beliefs. They weren't facts. I mean, I was really good at what I do. I still am. I'm really good at what I do. I've been helping people a long time. I get people results. I was just putting together a whole client testimonial thing because I'm putting together an offer that is going to be irresistible, another irresistible offer. And I was just looking at, like, you know, comment after comment, like, "Thank you, Heather. This is amazing. I got this, I achieved this. I achieved that with your help, with your program." I was just like, wow, like, it's good to kind of look back at that every time because sometimes you forget what a benefit it is, right? Anyway, I was able to just break free and really start charging my true value. And the key is to really identify those limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. So instead of just thinking like, I can't charge that much, you could reframe it to my services are worth this price because they deliver immense value and my clients' results prove it. Okay. Do you see how that's a switch? So think of your mindset as, as the operating system of a computer. If it's outdated or has viruses, the limiting beliefs, it doesn't really matter how powerful the software or strategies um, you install is, it won't run properly. So you need to clean up the mindset, upgrade it, and make sure that it's optimized for success. You need to shift from scarcity to abundance. So the next critical mindset shift is moving from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. Scarcity mindset tells you that opportunities are limited, that there's only so many clients out there and you have to compete to get your share. And this is exhausting and it leaves you constantly on edge, feeling like there's never enough. But an abundance mindset, on the other hand, recognizes that there's more than enough for everyone, right? Everyone's a little bit different. So there's more than enough. And especially there's so much need out there for coaches and consultants and experts that can really help people, especially like in the health and wellness space, relationship space, spiritual space, right? There's a big need for these things. There's countless people out there who really need your help. And when you believe that, you'll really start to see opportunities where there seemed to be none before. So, for example, I had a client who always struggled to get clients because she believed that there was too much competition. She thought that, she had to fight for scraps, and go with it, just anyone who showed up. And she would lower her prices and discount just to get a client. But when we worked together, we shifted her mindset to one of abundance. She started to really see the endless possibilities. And soon she was able to attract clients who really valued her services without her having to cut her rates. In fact, she started raising her prices, tripling her price. No, more than that. I don't even know what a percentage. I mean, I've had so many clients that have 10x, sometimes 100x their price. And clients would more than happily pay for it because we worked on how to communicate the value effectively. First of all, how do you make sure that there is enough value in it to charge a premium price? And then how do you communicate the value around it so that the prospects understand the value in it and are eager to pay it? So anyway, they were more than happy, and of course, showed up to do what they needed to do so that she could get the results. Anyway, you also need to embrace failure as a learning opportunity. So another part of mastering your mindset is changing your perspective on failure. Many coaches let the fear or the feel of failure paralyze them. Okay, so they end up playing small or not taking action at all. And I see this, like, this is what happens on calls. People will reach out to me and they really want to work with me, but they get scared. They get paralyzed by fear and don't move forward. Like we have an hour-long conversation sometimes about how it's costing them hundreds of thousands of dollars to stay stuck where they are, and if they had what I offer, um, could change their lives, could give them that time and money freedom. But then they just revert back into what that comfortable place, even though it's super uncomfortable being where they're at and they want more and all this stuff. They'll revert back because that's what they know. So they start making a decision from what they know versus making a decision from a space of where they want to be. But anyway, failure, it's not the opposite of success. It's just part of it. So each mistake is a stepping stone that brings you closer to your goal. So it's so important to just move through that fear. I mean, it's always going to be there. We're always growing. It's never going to end. We never get to the end of it. There's always something, we're always growing, hopefully. And the more you grow, there's going to be more fears that are going to creep up that you need to push through. And I'll share another personal experience. So early in my coaching career, I launched a program that flopped. Okay. Only a few people signed up and I felt like a failure. But instead of giving up, I asked myself, what can I learn from this? And I realized that my messaging was off. Okay. And there was still that self-doubt stuff too that I was dealing with. So there was that too. But the messaging was off mainly. And the messaging was off because of the self-doubt, right? I said that's really the foundation. So then I couldn't clearly communicate my message because I was just, exuding all that mindset stuff, right? I didn't have the confidence behind it. And I hadn't communicated the value clearly. So I tweaked my approach. I relaunched the program and I ended up being massively successful at it. So that so-called failure was actually a blessing because it gave me insights I needed to really improve. So ask yourself, like how many opportunities have you missed because you were afraid of failing, or maybe you were afraid of success too. I hear that one a lot too. But really ask yourself, how much longer can you afford to really let that fear hold you back? Because every day is a new day. Every day is a new day that will never get back. Every day, every week, every month, etc. The longer you wait, right? I heard Alex Hermosi the other day. I was watching something on YouTube that he said that I was just like, oh my God. I mean, I say something similar, but I was like, it's so true. He said, you can be a millionaire. The only thing that's keeping you from being the millionaire is not knowing how to be a millionaire, right? So find the help as quickly as possible to get you there as quickly as possible, because the sooner you start making $1 million or whatever it is, right? Maybe it's not $1 million for you, but even like 10 grand a month, 100,000, 120,000 a year, it's not hard to do when you're set up properly. But those days, weeks, months, years that keep passing where you're not making that money because you don't know how, is money you're losing, right? You're just staying in that. So find the help to get you there as quickly as possible. Anyway, let's move on to the next one because which is developing a successful driven routine, right? Develop a success driven, I should say, routine. So mindset isn't just about how you think. It's about what you do daily. So developing routines that support a success mindset, it's essential. And this might mean starting your day with affirmations, visualizations, like visualizing your goals. How do they feel, right? Or even engaging in regular exercise to keep your energy high. Successful people don't just stumble into their success. They build these routines that align with their action and their goals. So every morning, for example, I spend about 10 minutes visualizing my goal. I do priming, which is a Tony Robbins thing. It gets me going. It's the visualization. It gets my energy going. But I really visualize my goals as if they've already been achieved. I really, really imagine them. I picture them. I picture what it really feels like to be in that space. Like I see myself speaking to packed audiences or guiding my clients to breakthroughs and scaling my business. I picture, my calendar full. I pick like of breakthrough sessions, of calls, strategy sessions. And I picture my bank account growing, like these things, like people paying me for the value that I offer. And this simple practice sets a powerful tone for my day, reminding me I'm doing what I'm doing. And it pulls me. It pulls me to take the necessary actions, even if they're outside my comfort zone, right? And notice I said pulls me. It doesn't push me, right? Because from that place of visualization, from that clear place of visualization, I'm being pulled towards that, which is it takes way less energy to be pulled to something than it does to push through something. Okay, does that make sense? So just think of your mindset like planting a garden. You need to regularly water it, like positive thoughts, right? Um, pull out the weeds, which would be those limiting beliefs, and give it sunlight, which is those supportive routines. So if you neglect it, it doesn't matter how fertile the soil is, right? You won't see any growth. But if you tend to it consistently, you'll see your business flourish. Okay. And also having that patience too, because a lot of people, it's like they plant the seeds and then they're like, where's the flowers? It takes time. It takes time for them to take root. So, and to grow and stuff like that. So be patient and celebrate your wins as well. The little things. Be like, hey, I planted the seeds. Any day now, they're gonna sprout. Um, anyway, surround yourself with the right people is also another really important thing. So finally, the people you surround yourself with they have a huge impact on your mindset. So if you're constantly around people who doubt you and criticize your dreams or discourage you from taking risks, it's going to be incredibly hard to maintain that positive mindset. So you want to seek out mentors and join communities of like-minded entrepreneurs and really connect with them. Spend that time connecting with those who inspire you to grow. So, from a personal experience, like when I was trying to build my coaching business, I found myself surrounded by, people who didn't understand what I was trying to achieve. Even my parents a little bit, they're like, "Are you sure, you're doing here?" And like little I mean, they're my parents are very supportive and encouraging and believe in me, but they didn't really understand what I was doing, so it was hard for them to support me in the way that I needed. They were supportive in one way, but I needed support in a different way as well. And then, my partner at the time was also very discouraging. I mean, we're not even going to get into that, but you know, I'm such an optimistic person. I was like thinking like I can still do this, but then I realized, you know what? This is like making it way harder than it needs to be. So, excuse me. It wasn't until I sought out a mentor and joined a mastermind group, of other ambitious coaches that my mindset really truly shifted. And, it just helps because and sometimes it's in your blind spot, like, you don't even realize it, right? So, having that mentor, to give you that feedback, like, "What do you think? What do you think of this? And this is what's coming up for me," and or they could hear my, language, right? The language I was using, and I do this with my clients, like, I listen for limiting beliefs, I listen for these things that could be holding them back, so I can say, "Hey, did you notice that you said that? Do you notice that you're these actions that you're taking?" I'm like, "What's that all about? What's coming up for you, that had you say that?" type of thing, right? So it's like, they don't even realize they're doing it. It's like in their subconscious, it's in their blind spot. I'm like, "Do you notice you said that like 3 times?" Like, why even on calls without my clients, I'll do this with people who really want something. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. You just said this, that, and the other thing. That's it's kind of incongruent. Like it doesn't really fit with what you're ultimately want. Like, what's that all about? When did you first notice this happening? Right. So we can clear it and move on. But anyway, back to me, with my mindset and joining that the mastermind group and the coach, having my coach. I have several coaches and I'm a part of several mastermind groups. But anyway, once I did that, it was like, okay, now I have a network of people who believed in me, supported my vision and really lifted me up to think bigger. And that made all the difference. That made all the difference. Like, it went so much faster, right? And then also when I got stuck or whatever, I could just reach out and within 24 hours, I'd have the answer instead of having to, like, scour all over the internet or ask people who don't even understand what I'm up to, right? So, who are you surrounding yourself with right now? Are they lifting you up? Are they holding you back? Even if it's unintentional, right? Maybe they are supportive, but they just don't know how to support you in the way that you need to be supported. So just mastering your mindset, it isn't just about thinking positively. It's about reprogramming your thoughts, beliefs, and habits to align with your goal. It's about breaking free from mental chains that have been really holding you back, and then stepping into a new version of yourself, one that's confident, empowering, and ready to achieve everything that you've ever wanted in your coaching business. So just, I mean, imagine if you could overcome your doubts, stop fearing failure, and finally charge what you're worth. What would your business look like, right? What would your life look like? What would your business and your life look like if that were happening, right? And it all starts with your mindset. So you have the power. You have the power to change it, and when you do, you'll see that everything you want is within reach. Does that make sense? And put in the comments here, um, if that makes sense, okay? Or put in the comments like mindset if get it, if you agree with that. All right, let's move on to, this is step number 2 now. We're going to move on to step number 2, which is creating that irresistible offer, or several, right? Creating irresistible offers, but you got to start with one. So just imagine walking into this like luxury store. You don't see generic cheap products. You see carefully crafted, high value items that really promise a premium experience. Okay, everything from the lighting to the packaging, that communicates like sophistication, quality, and exclusivity. That's exactly how your offer should be positioned. So if your services are perceived as valuable, clients won't hesitate to pay a premium for them, right? The key here, it's not about throwing in more features, but or putting in more time. It's not about that, but presenting what you already have in a way that communicates its unique value. So, how do you create an irresistible high value offer? So, let's break it down. Okay. Number one, you got to understand your client's pain points and their desires. Okay. Pain points and desires. So, before you can craft an offer, you need to really get deep inside their head, the deep inside of the head of your ideal client, okay, into their psychology. So what are they struggling with? What are their goals? What are their aspirations? How does this impact things, right? More importantly, what is the underlying emotion driving their decisions? And again, how is it impacting their day to day? How would it impact their day to day? Okay, all these things. So by deeply understanding these aspects, you can really position your offer as the perfect solution to their problem. So, for instance, one of my clients, Sarah, was offering multiple small services without any cohesive structure. She was really struggling to make sales, and she really felt overwhelmed. Okay. So, what we did was we identified her client's biggest pain points. Okay. And consolidated her services into a single comprehensive coaching package that directly addressed those issues. Okay. It wasn't about adding more, it was about refining and then, like I said, communicating the value of what she was already offering. And as a result, clients were lining up, okay, lining up to pay her 5,000 for what she was originally charging $500 for. All right. You're probably like, I don't get it. I don't know how that's possible, but it is. Tell me, I'm telling you over and over again, we do it. So you want to highlight really the transformation, not just the features. Okay. That's the key. People don't buy products or services, they buy transformations. People don't buy information. Information is everywhere. They buy transformations. They want to know how what you're offering will change their life or their career or their business or their family or their health type of thing, right? Or on and on, right? So for Sarah, we shifted her messaging to emphasize the transformation that her clients would experience after working with her. They would get more confidence, they'd get more clarity, and success, business success, actually. So instead of focusing on what was included in her coaching package, like worksheets, calls, templates, all that stuff, more time, one-on-one coaching, whatever, that's not what people want, right? We highlighted the end result, a thriving business, renewed energy, and a clear roadmap to success. So think about it. You wouldn't buy a drill because you wanted a drill, right? Right? You buy it because you want a hole in the wall, right? Or you maybe not even well, I guess, yeah, hole in the wall, or maybe to, screw in a lot of stuff, right? Um, which ultimately you want that whatever the end result is. So similarly, your clients aren't paying for your coaching calls or resources, right? They're paying for the result that those tools will help them achieve in the end. So create a sense of exclusivity and urgency. So like luxury brands that they thrive on exclusivity, right? They make you feel like you're buying into a special club that not only or not, just not everyone can access. So your offer should have that similar feel. It's, I call it well, I guess it's a standard thing, unique selling proposition, a USP, right? It's exclusive access. It's like a proprietary thing, right? Or a special features, that they can only get with you. So, or only a few select can really, can really have, right? So, it creates this sense of urgency that pushes clients to act quickly. This doesn't mean your services aren't available year round, but you can create special packages or limited slots to make your offer feel exclusive. And this just happened the other day. I just bought something the other day. I was just like, oh, this is so good. I could see it happening, right? One of my coaches was like, hey, I'm going to have this done for you thing. I'm the first 3 people can have it for 1,500 bucks. After that, it's probably going to be 8, 9, 10 grand. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's going to work, but to me, it sounded like it was going to work. I trusted him already from other things I've gotten from him. And so I was like, I'm in. I'm in. I was like, I don't want to pay 8, 9, 10,000 later. And it was, mind you, something that I've been wanting to do for a long time and haven't really gotten around to. And so he's going to do it for me. I'm like, I'm going to leverage that his time over my time, or his team's time over my team's time to get it done. For me, 1,500 bucks seemed like a bargain for, to get it done in like 7 to 14 days versus me taking another 7 to 14 months, to get it done. I mean, I've been wanting to do it for a long time. It just hasn't been a priority, but I was like, if you can get it done in 7 to 14 days, I'll fill out some things, give you some information. You guys throw it together for me. Worth it, right? But it was that exclusivity, that gave me the sense of urgency, right? There was only 3 people at 1,500 versus afterwards. Yep, still going to be available, but it's definitely going to be way more, and it definitely would be worth way more. So I hopped on it, right? Boom. And I think there was like 15 people after me that really wanted it too, but he said first 3. So there you go. But, what really creates urgency is being able to get them to understand that cost of inaction and the payoffs of taking quick action if they don't solve their problem, right? So again, that back to that example, it would have taken me, probably another 7 to 14 months versus 7 to 14 days to just get it done, yeah? So, and another example is like Sarah, again, like she started offering a limited number of VIP spots in her coaching program, which included extra one-on-one time, right? I mean, there's only so much time in the day. So you need to increase that price and additional, she also included some additional resources, but making it more, one-on-one time that's taking more time out of your schedule, it should cost more, right? So the sense of exclusivity with a clear deadline coupled with the conversation she had with them, that got them to really, deeply understand the costs, and the payoffs spurred, her that just spurred her clients to really act quickly, filling up her program in record time. All right. So another thing is leverage social proof. All right. Testimonials, case studies, and success stories, either around yourself, with clients you've actually worked with, or even people that you've helped for free. Could be family members, could be whatever, even, case studies of other people that do something similar to you. You can use case studies. Maybe you didn't do it, but you can tell the story of the case study of how doing these things helped that person. And guess what? I do this too, right? So you don't lie. You don't say that I did this and this is my client if it wasn't, but you can highlight a case study that you know of that somebody else did and just say, hey, this person did X, Y, and Z. This is the results that they got of X, Y, and Z. And by the way, this is what I help my clients do too. Okay. So you don't always have to, especially when you're first starting out, you might not have any testimonials, but if you've helped yourself even get those results, you can tell the stories. I have a client right now. Well, she has had some clients, but I'm like, she keeps talking about herself. I'm like, that's awesome. Keep talking about yourself. But this is how there's a strategy to talking about yourself. There's a formula about talking about yourself that's going to get people reaching out and booking calls and stuff like that. And so I gave her that formula and she's like, oh my god, I just did two yesterday, and the reach, I don't know if it was doubled or tripled, I can't remember what she said, but she's like, I've already see a difference just in that tiny little tweak that took me 5 minutes to explain to do. Right, there's a formula to doing it. So she was doing it before, but now she really understands like the formula of how to share that story properly to get people actually reaching out and stuff like that. And but anyway, testimonials, case studies, success stories, they're incredibly powerful. So when potential clients see others achieving results, right, through your coaching, especially, they are more likely to trust you and invest in your services. So social proof, it validates the worth of your offer, and it reduces any fear or hesitation that potential clients might have. So I always tell my clients, right? Actively collect feedback and success stories from their customers. Okay. Use these stories to demonstrate the real world impact of your coaching. So again, for Sarah, showcasing testimonials from her clients who had achieved tangible results after working with her, it was a game changer. It really allowed potential clients to see themselves in those success stories, so making it easier for them to make a decision. So another thing is really, or I guess not another thing, but just keeping on this topic of clearly communicating your value, right? Clearly communicate the value of your high ticket offer. Like a high ticket offer doesn't mean a laundry list of services or features like we talked about before. It's about articulating the unique benefits and how they connect directly to the client's goals. So you need to clearly communicate the value, why your offer is worth the investment, by focusing on the outcomes, not just the deliverables. So again, Sarah's case, we refined her sales messaging to make her package easy to understand, emphasizing the ultimate results over the nitty-gritty details instead of, listing out each aspect of her program. She talked about the clarity, business growth and peace of mind that her clients would really get. Okay. Next is just like make it easy. Make it easy for them to say yes. Don't overwhelm your clients with too many options. I see that a lot too. Right. I got this option. I got that option. I got this. I offer this. I offer that. And it's like, whoa. And then it's this price and that price and this price and that price. And it's like, instead, offer one, two tops, right? One or two packages that are easy to understand, easy to buy. Simplify your sales process so that they don't have to jump through hoops to make a decision, because this clarity and the simplicity can make your offer feel more polished, more premium. So for Sarah, again, we simplified her offerings and honed in on a single cohesive package that addressed her clients' biggest needs. These made it easier for her potential clients to make a quick decision, just knowing that everything they needed was included in this one powerful, well-crafted package, okay, to get them to that place, right? I mean, then we could create another offer that could get them to that next place, that higher level possibly, right? But we start with this one, make it really tight. So, I mean, think of your offer as like a beautifully wrapped gift, right? The wrapping paper, the ribbon, and the presentation, like they're just as important as what's inside. So when done right, it becomes irresistible and people just can't wait. They can't wait to open it. It looks so great, right? And your job is to package your service in a way that really makes it clear that what's inside is just, it's going to change their life. Okay. It's going to impact their life on a big, big way. So creating that irresistible offer, it's not just about what you include, it's about how you present it. When your offer looks and feels and delivers like a premium solution, people happily invest in it, right? It's not about throwing in more again, like I said, right? It's about refining, elevating, and showing the value that's already there. So, if you want to learn more about crafting high value, irresistible offers that clients just say yes to effortlessly, make sure that you watch the full video. Okay. And check out my free webinar too, which will be linked below. I break down exactly how to position your service so that clients see them as must haves rather than nice to haves. Okay. I mean, these people they're ready, they're out there, they're looking for you, they just can't find you. And then when they do find you, how are you communicating? How are you packaging all this stuff, right? So let's move on to step 3. Okay, this is setting up automated systems. Now, this is the final critical step because if you don't have automated systems, there's a lot to business, there's a lot of pieces. You'll end up getting overwhelmed and exhausted and might quit. Okay, so building systems and automation is crucial. And this is where you take control of your business. This is what really sets you apart from that employee versus empire as well. Okay. Uh, you got to take control of your business operations, streamline your workflow, and free up your time so that you can focus on what truly matters, which is what? Your clients, right? Growing your business and serving your clients. That's pretty much it. So, without solid systems in place, your business will just end up controlling you instead of you controlling it. So, the importance of systems for consistency and growth, like let's start defining what I mean by systems. Okay. A system is simply a structured, repeatable process that allows your business to run smoothly. Think of it as a blueprint that ensures consistency, reduces errors, and makes scaling possible. So imagine trying to bake a cake without a recipe. You might guess the ingredients and the quantities, but the chances of it turning out perfectly are really slim. So with a system, a recipe, you know exactly what to do step by step to get consistent results every time. Your business is no different. Systems allow you to replicate success predictably. So I had a client who was an amazing coach, got amazing results for her clients, but um, the business was chaotic. Okay. Um, she spent most of her time chasing clients, manually sending out invoices, and trying to juggle all the tasks at once. It was overwhelming and felt like it just felt like she was constantly putting out fires. When we worked together, I helped her build simple systems for client onboarding, scheduling, and payment processing. And within a month, she was saving hours each week and was able to take on more clients without feeling overwhelmed. That's the power of systems. Okay. So, identify and create key business systems. What kinds of systems do you need, right? What kind of systems do you need to build? Here are some key areas every coach should really focus on. So, one is client onboarding. Okay. From the moment a prospect signs up, there should be a seamless process that welcomes them, sets expectations, and provides all the necessary information. So, this could include automated welcome emails, onboarding documents, and scheduled check ins, right? It should just be boom, all that goes out. Also, scheduling and booking. So eliminate back and forth of trying to set up meetings. Use scheduling tools that allow clients to book their sessions directly based on your availability, right? It's like Are you free this day? Are you free this time? Give me 3 time, no. Here's my calendar. Pick a time that works best for you. Another one is payment processing. So just make it really easy for your clients to pay you, like really quick. Set up those automated invoices or automated payment links, payment reminders if you need to, and reoccurring billing for your services. If you've got like payment plans, right? You don't want to have to be chasing people and remembering and then you forget and all this stuff, right? It's like set it up on a subscription, automatic charges their card, done. Another thing is content creation and marketing. So creating a content calendar and, repurposing. You can repurpose materials across different platforms. So it saves a lot of time and automate your social media posts, email marketing, and lead generation efforts with ads. Ads. Seriously. If you want to start hitting your income goals quickly, these are the things that need to be automated. Nothing will grow if people don't see it, right? So driving traffic is key. Running effective ads that are specifically targeted are the easiest way to start making sales. Okay. But they need to be done properly and you need to be clear on all the other stuff first. You can't just start running ads and hope that they work. Okay. I see a lot of people that get on the phone. I'm like, oh, I've tried ads, they don't work. It's like, well, that's because you're not clear on your offer. You're not clear on who your target is. You're not clear on how to communicate the value. So the copy's off. If you don't know who your target is, how are you creating these audiences, right? Like they all go hand in hand and it's the last thing that you need to set up. And in order to set them up properly, you need all that other stuff ahead of time. But ads work, they run 24/7, so you don't have to. But how much time do you spend, right? How much time do you spend each day on tasks that could be easily automated? Like, what could you achieve if you had that time back to focus on revenue generating activities or getting your clients deeper results, going deep with them, right? If you had that time. So leverage automation to scale your business, right? Automation is what takes your systems to that next level. And once you have, structured processes in place, you can use tools to handle those repetitive tasks within your business too. So not just the marketing, but the business systems, because that frees up your time and it allows you to scale without increasing your workload. Again, ads run 24/7 on autopilot. It saves so much time. Like ask yourself, how much time are you spending doing organic marketing, trying to get eyeballs on your stuff, right? 1 hour, 2 hours a day, and then nobody sees you, right? Running ads, it's pushing those eyeballs on your stuff, right? So I use a variety of automation tools in my business. One of my favorites is an email marketing platform. I mean, I use a CRM that has everything combined, that just automatically sends a series of nurture emails to leads, and reminders. I set it up once, and now every person that signs up for my free masterclass receives a carefully crafted sequence that, builds that know, like, and trust factor, shares valuable content, and invites them to book a call with me. And, and I have a SMS text sequence as well. So not only emails, but text messages as well. It's just all automatic. I don't have to do anything. I just like take a look at it once in a while, make sure it's working properly. That's it. I've set it up and I don't doesn't take any more of my time, right? So I don't have to manually follow up. Yet my business is constantly engaging with people daily, all the time, right? It's engaging with prospects, positioning me as their best solution and converting them into clients. And once I had this client who was consistently stressed because she was managing everything manually, right? Posting all day on different platforms, like sometimes like 6 hours a day or something like that, with no strategy, just boom, 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 right? Manually messaging people, booking calls, sending follow up emails, and keeping track of her client's progress all manually, like on Excel spreadsheets, which is good. A lot of people don't even do that, but we set up an automated pipeline that just takes total strangers clicking on an ad to an automated, evergreen webinar that runs, all day long straight into her CRM system, customer relationship management tool, I think is CRM stands for. Sending them there, that integrated with her calendar, her email, her everything, right? Her the sequences, everything she would need to run a successful business that allows that time and money freedom in order to scale. And I do this with all my clients. I've set it up all for them, done for you. They don't have to build out all the automation. They don't have to build out, all the sequences. It's all templated. They just basically connect their calendar. We set up a phone number, GDRP approved phone number. We connect a domain, and then they just edit. They just edit the template so the words fit with what they're doing, and then flip it on. Okay, so now her clients automatically receive reminders, follow up emails, texts, even feedback surveys without her ever having to lift a finger. And she went from working like 60 hours a week or something like that to about 20, 25 hours a week. Okay. And having her weekends free, and her client satisfaction improved because they felt more supported as well. Because she had the time. She had the time for her self care so that she could be her best self to go and serve them. So think of automation as the autopilot feature on an airplane. Once you set that destination, the autopilot takes care of the rest, keeping you on track without having to manually steer the entire time. And this allows you, the pilot, right, to focus on the bigger picture and make strategic decisions in your business. In your business, automation just lets you focus on growth while the mundane tasks are handled automatically. And now you might be thinking like, this all sounds great, but where do I even start? The good news is that you don't have to build everything at once. You start with one system that will make the biggest impact on your business. And it could be your client onboarding process, your scheduling, your lead generation. So here's some action steps for you. Okay. I gotta wrap up soon here. Um, document your current progress. Okay, number one, document your current progress. Write down how you currently handle tasks that will help you identify where you can make improvements and what you can automate. Number two is choose the right tools. Okay, there are countless automation tools out there, but you don't need to use them all. Just pick one that will have the most immediate benefit to your business. I use Go High Level, love it. Number three, implement and test. Once your system is in place, test it. Make sure it's working smoothly. Test it, test it, test it over and over again. And refine it. Refine it if needed. Look at the data and go based on that. Okay. Remember, the goal is to make your business more efficient, not more complicated. So, like when I first started implementing systems in my business, I felt overwhelmed, but I invested in a coach to help me and took it one step at a time. I started with creating the valuable free offer that could do all the heavy lifting of positioning me as the go-to against the competition, weed out people that wouldn't be a good fit for me to speak with, and then guide those ideal clients right to me on autopilot. And then I moved on to learning how to set up ads. So I didn't waste any money. I learned how to write effective copy so my messaging would resonate with the right ready to buy prospects, how to set up the ads, targeting, positioning, audience creation, and selection, and also what data to look for to know if they were working or not. And that was a big learning curve, big learning curve. Like, it took a lot to figure out. But now, it's very valuable. It's a very valuable skill that I use to teach my clients so that they can they can free up their time and scale. And then I moved on to setting up the CRM with the email, text sequences, scheduling, and so on. And as each system was put into place, I saw immediate benefits: less stress, more time, and consistent client experience. So, building systems and automation isn't just about saving time, it's about creating a business that runs like a well oiled machine. It's about providing a seamless professional experience for your clients while giving you the freedom to focus on growing your business. So when you master this step, you're no longer trading your time for money. You're building a sustainable, scalable business that can grow. It can grow without burning you out. So if you're still stuck in the grind, constantly juggling tasks and feeling like there aren't enough hours in the day, it's time to build your systems. Trust me, your future self will thank you. So imagine your business could achieve, all these things if it were running like clockwork, okay? Even when you're not there overseeing every detail. So if you are serious about transforming your coaching business and you finally, and finally getting what you want, okay? Whether that's more clients, more income, more time freedom, make sure that you hit the subscribe button now. Okay. You don't want to miss out on future videos that are going to be packed with strategies that will help you grow. And for those of you who are ready to take immediate action, join my free masterclass where I dive deeper into the steps to build a flow of high ticket clients. Sign up now because spots are limited and you don't want to miss this opportunity to fast track your success. So let's quickly recap because I got to run. You've learned how to master your mindset, craft irresistible offers, and implement automated systems to get exactly what you want in your coaching business. Remember, these are the same steps that have helped countless coaches achieve success, and they can do the same thing for you. The only thing standing between you and your goal is action. Action. So start today. Okay. Start today. And you'll be amazed at how much your business can grow. And also stay tuned for the next video where I'll be sharing how to triple your client base in just 90 days. You won't want to miss it. All right. That's it for today. I hope that was super helpful. Give me a shout out in the comments. Yes, that was helpful. And hope to see you on the next one. All right. Take care, everybody.